Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Indigo Diamond here with another video, here to talk about the latest episode of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 3. Before we get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and tell me down below who are you rooting for. We still have 4 queens. Now, it irked me a bit. So remember, way back in the first episode of this season, they made the top 2 lip sync and then made the bottom 2 lip sync and sent someone home. Yeah, remember that? So this episode, they made the top 2 lip sync, but then didn't have a bottom 2 lip sync or anything like that. Like, pick a format and stick to it. Is pretty much like the point I'm at the moment. It's like, pick a format, stick to it. You know, just it makes it very hard to follow. Like, well, not hard to follow, but it's really bizarre. Like, one week you're doing a top and bottom 2. The rest of the time you're just doing a bottom 2. And then you get to this episode and you're like, oh, we'll just do a top 2. You know what it's like? It's almost like they got to one point and they went, oh, you know what? We've not got enough queens to make it to the end of the season. We'll get to this episode and we'll just do a top 2 this week. We'll just do a top 2 and we won't do a bottom 2. And the other part of me is like, is that because it would have been Vanity and Krystal in the bottom and you were worried maybe Krystal wouldn't have done too well in the lip sync against Vanity? Maybe? I don't know. It's... I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts on this episode and a lot of them were about Krystal. So it was an acting challenge this week. It was very Star Wars, and then they threw the Daleks in from Doctor Who. It's a bit blasphemous, isn't it? Like, you can't do that. It doesn't work. It's just really bizarre. Yeah, so I felt really weird about that. I was like, hang on a minute, you're doing Star Wars, but you're bringing Daleks in that. Is that because Star Wars, like, Star Wars isn't British, is it? Is Star Wars, like, American? So I'm wondering if they threw the Daleks in there because they're like, oh, this is UK, we kind of still need to make it English somehow. We'll throw the Daleks in there. It's like, I would have just done a parody of Doctor Who. I mean, there's so many episodes of Doctor Who and so many storylines, I'm sure you could have figured out something. But it's all very bizarre. Ella and Kitty, I definitely think, did the best. Vanity, I think Vanity did as much as she could with the character she had, but I'm just not really sure she could have done anything else, and it still was just kind of like, yeah, it was good, but... And Krystal was a struggle bus for her lines. Now, the thing that makes me laugh, though, is she's like, oh, in this episode, she was going, oh, you know, I'm dyslexic, I really struggle with lines and stuff like that, and I'm like, sat there going, yeah, you've had previous challenges that you've had to learn lines for and things like that, and the most you said is, oh, I struggle picking up choreography. You said nothing about lines, nothing about being dyslexic or anything like that. I'm like, I'm sorry. Are you worried you're going to do bad in this challenge and bring it up going, oh, this is why I might do bad in the challenge? It just, you know what I mean? It just seemed very coincidental almost, and very convenient, I think is the word I was looking for, that she mentioned it in this episode. And I was like, I'm not buying what you're selling, Krystal. I'm sorry. It's like, sure, I don't mind you. You know, I think you're very good at what you do. I think my problem is it almost seems like the producers are trying to set her up to win. And I'm just not convinced she's at the point where she can win yet. Like, for me, this race is between Kitty and Ella. Like, those are the 2 that could win. I don't see Vanity getting there because they keep mentioning about the fact that, you know, she's doing well, but she's just not quite at the level the other queens are. And honestly, I don't think Krystal is either. I think Krystal's there with the looks, but the rest of it, not so much. I don't think she's ready to take home the crown, and it irritates me that it's almost like they're trying to force her onto everyone. Like, yes, this is who you want to win. This is who you want to win. Look, she's had growth. Look at this, and she's had hardship, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, you're not convincing me. You're really not. And if anything, the fact that you're pushing on her so hard is making me like her less. You know, it's like you're actually not. And this is the thing that production does a lot. I mean, if you think about it, production thought everyone was going to love Silky from season 11, and they really like went hard on like, look at Silky, and everyone was like, nah, I'm not feeling it. And it does make me laugh that maybe the producers, this has happened quite a few times, and they still haven't seemingly learnt their lesson from that. Maybe something to look at with who's producing it. Maybe. But yeah, so we had the top 2 lip sync, which was Ella and Kitty saving Krystal and Vanity from being in the bottom again. And they both end up winning the lip sync. I thought it was completely fine. I think they both did a really good job. I was quite happy for it to be... I would have happily had it either be the double win or have gone either way. So, you know, it's all good there. But, yeah. I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen next week. Because next week we've got, like, the stand-up comedy challenge. But, well, they're doing a roast, essentially, of themselves, I think it was. But they will have an audience this time. They'll have the eliminated queens, so that's going to be fun. Nice to see that Victoria's there, though. I suppose she doesn't really have to worry about her knee so much, so, you know, it's not really something that would have kept her from coming back, which is nice. But I'm intrigued to see how Krystal's going to do in that. Just because, I don't know, she says she knows like what's funny and what isn't funny, and honestly, she hasn't convinced me of that yet. So who knows? I think that might be another win for either Ella or Kitty next week. Let's get into look. So the runway theme this week was showstoppers. Yeah, we'll start with Ella. So Ella came out as a sexy Oompa Loompa. I must admit, I definitely would... scene stealers, that's what it was, not showstoppers. Scene stealers was the category. I do think this fits that because, you know, this came out into a scene, you'd be like, what the hell is that? And we don't really see any female Oompa Loompas, so yeah, it's a definitely different take. The only thing I hate about this is the... like leg guards, the clear leg guards that go from her waist all the way down to the boot. And the reason I don't like them is because of how they move. But apart from that, I think this is a really good look. You know, everyone said about how they weren't expecting something like this from Ella. I agree. You know, she's usually very glamorous. I mean, I don't know if you could say this wasn't glamorous, but, you know, it's definitely out of the norm for Ella. So I appreciated that. Not gonna. Okay. Next up, we've got Kitty. Kitty was doing Rose from the Titanic with a random skirt reveal, which I don't know if I understood either. But yeah, I mean, you know, the outfit itself was good. I really love the hat. I love the fact that she got the necklace out and she threw that as well. That was really good. All in all, Ella and Kitty had a really good week this week. I don't really have anything necessarily negative to say about most of these outfits, to be fair. Krystal's outfit, she was doing Cruella de Vil. She had like a big red faux fur bit, which I don't feel was necessarily needed. I feel like I would have preferred if she'd had like a big coat and gone like more like the sort of like Disney Cruella with the big, you know, the big like white faux, well, I'm assuming hers was just a fur coat, but you know what I mean. Coat that she had in that. My other problem with Krystal in this outfit is, so she's clearly got like a corset on, but you can really see the corset, and the dress itself looks like it's like caught on bits and like ridden up slightly, which makes it so it doesn't look as good to me. I'm not sure if I'd necessarily class this as a scene stealer. I mean, I don't know if I'd necessarily class... Well, I suppose with Kitty, at least she had the massive hat. But I mean, all in all, it's still a nice outfit. Just a couple of things that I have an issue with. Vanity Milan is the last person, because we've only got 4 people in the competition now. Now, I like this outfit. I've not seen the movie, but I know of the reference. My problem with this, was, I mean, I didn't, I mean, yes, they said that about how she, wore orange last week and now she's wearing it again. And it's one of those things. The problem with Drag Race is when you get the list of runway themes, like potential runway themes, you have to bring something essentially to potentially fit all of those themes. But because you don't know what order they're going to be in or if they're going to be used, you're going to repeat colours. And then, like, it's happened on previous seasons. I can't remember who it was, whether it was like... Oh, that was it. It was Gigi Good with the helmets. Like, she didn't know that, obviously, the runway theme for that was going to be the same as the mini challenge, where she had to bring, like, the summer-autumn... winter. Spring and autumn looks, I think. Because she had like a helmet in the mini challenge and then a helmet in the main challenge. But again, it's one of those things, when you get the runway themes, you can't just bring like every colour under the sun. You've run out of colours, for the most part anyway. And certain colours don't look good on certain people anyway, so that already limits the colours. If you don't like a certain colour, you're not going to wear it, sort of thing. So you're limited to the colours you can use. So I understand the critique that, like Michelle said, about the fact that she was wearing orange, but at the same time I'm kind of like, well, what was she really supposed to do? Also, I'm sure she didn't have time to quickly whip up another outfit or anything. My problem with this is season 13, Simone in the makeover challenge, where they had to make over like someone else in their sort of style, and she ended up doing Utica. Wasn't this like the reference for that as well? And I'm pretty sure the hair was better. That's my only problem. I mean, if I hadn't seen that one with Simone dressing up Utica, I think I would have liked this more. But we had so many seasons of Drag Race, that sort of thing's going to happen. I mean, look at Geometric from Canada's Drag Race. She wore the in episode 2, when they were doing like the carnival runway, her outfit very much looked like Gigi Good's outfit from the season 12 promo. Gigi Good's outfit looked better, so it kind of was like, oh, okay, fair enough. You just think of that, so that was the problem with that, and that's the problem I've got with this. All in all, it was a fairly good episode. We've got Ella back in the lead. Ella's in the lead now. I'm pretty sure. Let me just grab this up. Yeah, so Ella's in the lead at the moment. She's got 3 points. Kitty and Krystal are now joint second with 2 points, and Vanity is still in third with -2 points. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's between Ella and Kitty. Ella's really come out of her shell, showing a lot more personality, and obviously she's doing very well. Kitty had the personality all the way, all along, and if I'd had it my way, she would have had more wins now, like, under her belt already, like. And I mean, to be fair, if I had it my way, I don't think Krystal would have any wins at this point. But, I'm not the one that does the judging, so. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'd be happy if either Ella or Kitty won. Don't mind which out of the two. I just feel like those are mine I'm rooting for. Let me know down below, who are you rooting for? We've got next week's episode, which is a stand-up challenge, and then we'll probably have the last episode after that. So I'm wondering if we're going to go down to a top 3 this season. Because I don't know, I just think it would be a bit weird if they didn't eliminate anyone again next episode. So I feel like we're going to go down to a top 3 this season. And honestly, if I had to pick, based on the track record, I feel like it would be Vanity's time to go. Which is a shame, because Vanity's trying so hard. And you can see that she is trying her best. Which is a shame, but yeah, I think she's probably... I mean, obviously it would depend on a lip sync song. She might just wipe the floor with whoever it is. Preferably Krystal, I think. If I had to pick bottom, like, people to go in the bottom next week, I'd be like, Krystal and Vanity. I feel like Vanity, I don't know if she's really got comedy chops. I feel like it's expected for Kitty to do well. I feel like Ella could potentially do well. And I'm not convinced that Krystal and Vanity maybe have that same level of comedy, but we'll see what happens. Let me know down below, who are you rooting for your winner, or who would you be happy to see win. For me, as I said, it's Ella or Kitty. If either of those two win, I'll be happy. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you lovely people next time. See ya! Bye!